Welcome to the Blending In podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Azarlu, and normally I chat with innovative educators who are integrating EdTech. But today, on this special bonus episode of Blending In, I answer some questions posed by my previous guest, PE teacher Aaron Coyle, about why I started the Blending In podcast in the first place. Tune in to learn what inspired the podcast and how this amateur podcaster made the Blending In concept come to life. Well, thanks for meeting with me and doing this. I know it's probably really outside your comfort zone. It's outside of mine too. Like I'm just starting this whole podcasting venture. So it's new to me too, but it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun with it.
How long have you been doing it?
So I started recording in September, but I was building it from like last April.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, getting everything set up, building the website, contracting with the musician, like, all of it. So
Yeah.
it's been
And
quite
what
a journey.
what made you want to get started?
Well, I kind of was interested in it because I had seen like at some of the conferences that I've gone to, like teachers using podcasting in the classroom with kids. And I was
Okay.
like, oh, that's a really cool like concept. I'd like to learn more about podcasting. And so I started listening to podcasts and just like how people do them. And it kind of sparked my interest in it in just the podcasting world. And then Terry and I were EdTech TOSA. So we were kind of thinking like, well, teachers right now just don't have time to come to PD anymore for EdTech. And they get constantly called to sub on their prep. So they can't really go see other people teach, or they're too busy on their prep and they don't get the opportunity to go see. So I was like, well, what if we create a podcast where I talk to people about what they're doing and then people can kind of hear about what
Yeah.
teachers are doing in their classroom and they can listen on their own time, like on their drive into work or when they're folding their
Yes.
laundry or whenever is convenient for them. So that's how it kind of started. I've got 2 episodes out right now and I've got a few like on deck that I'm doing the sound editing for and everything. So
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
It's due, but I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, trying something new.
Yeah.
It may be a complete flop, but at least I tried, right?
Yeah.
I
That's
learned a
fine.
lot of new skills in the process, like video
Yeah.
editing and getting better with Zoom and all this kind of stuff. So
What are you using for editing?
we video.
Okay. I think I know that one.
Yeah, so I learned about WeVideo at Q, and we have Screencastify, so I could use Screencastify, but WeVideo has a little more dynamic features, like that you can do a little bit more with WeVideo than you
Yeah.
can with Screencastify. And so Ben actually asked us to pilot it. So there's like me and Terry, and then like I think we have 70 licenses with 2 teachers and some
Okay.
students who are kind of piloting it because he wants to see if it's going to be a worthwhile platform to purchase for the district. So
Okay. Gotcha.
yeah, so I'm kind of using it in a couple of different ways. Like let's do this podcast with it, but also see how it works.
Yeah. Had you used any of the other ones like iMovie or Movie Maker or Adobe?
Not really. I haven't done a whole lot with Adobe. With iMovie, like my kids at home have iPads because they're in Temecula Unified. So
Okay.
they have dabbled with it a little bit, and I've kind of looked over their shoulder and seen a little bit, but I don't own an iPad.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, and yeah, so I haven't really used that one a whole lot. Do you use that?
Yeah, I've used all of them. I haven't heard of WeVideo, but I used Movie Maker and iMovie, and I used to use Adobe back in the day when it wasn't as easy, and you'd like have to like film it and then upload it, and uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. I think Adobe, like the whole suite of Adobe actually is on my list of like next things I need to learn and become savvy with because I'm not real savvy with Adobe.
yeah, some of them are like pretty complex. It's like you're
Yeah.
getting into like lighting and
Yeah. I'm not in that world. Not yet, at least. I don't know if I ever will be, but it's one of the things, I consider myself a lifelong learner. And so I'm like always looking for, okay, what can I learn or try or do next? And that's like on my list of things. Need to
yeah.
learn this. Thanks for listening to this special bonus episode of the Blending In podcast. In today's show notes on blendinginpodcast.com, I'll include some extra information that wasn't discussed in the episode, including more details about the production process, as well as links to all the platforms and tools that I use to produce the show. As you heard today on this bonus episode, I'm producing the show all by myself, so it would mean the world to my little amateur podcaster heart to have your support. You can support by listening to episodes and subscribing on your preferred platform to get notified when episodes are dropped. You can also share episodes with your educator friends and family, and you can follow the podcast on social media platforms and add to the conversation online with hashtag blendinginpodcast. Or you can even support by making a monetary donation. Any support that you offer will help me continue to produce this show to inspire educators to innovate and integrate. Thanks for listening.